Welcome into the In the Money podcast for Sunday, April 17th. Tom Leach, along with Keeneland's Director of Mutuals and Simulcasting, Jim Goodman, who, if you were tuned into the Saturday podcast, gave you Exaggerated in the Giants' Causeway. I think, 10-1, Jim? Keyed a nice late pick four.
Yeah.
I think you had the late pick four as well?
I did. A single tap-in. Isn't that a shock? But, yeah, had it a couple times, so made a little bit of money yesterday.
All right. Well, hopefully the folks that were listening did as well, and we'll try to keep the streak going on the Sunday card. I think I like genre yesterday, so we had some success. So hopefully we can keep it going today. Grade 3 Beaumont is the feature for the Sunday card. Much like the Ashland, it's a small field, but really loaded with talent. Who did you take in the Beaumont?
Yeah, we had hoped to get a few more horses in here, but, it's five fairly accomplished fillies here, headed by Brian Lynch, Lightstream, the one horse, and she threw a 103 buyer. First time out at 7 furlongs at Gulfstream Park and just won for fun. Karina, who ran second to her, came back and won yesterday fairly easily at 1-2. And then the Jayla Tosh, the third horse, came back and won. So it's a key race. Everything points to Lightstream, but that 103 buyer jumps off the page at you and you think this is a walkover. I don't think it is. I think Kinsley Kisses for Velasquez and Pletcher has two races at Gulfstream and Tampa, and there was no competition. That was just a walkover in the second race, and the 74 buyer doesn't mean anything when you win by 7 and there's nobody else in the race. There was only 7 horses. So I think Kinsley Kisses, the 3, has a shot. Nickname is intriguing to me as well. A lot more experience than the other fillies in here. They loved her last year. She won the Frizette, Grade 1 Frizette, and in the juvenile fillies she got beat by 9 by Songbird, but that's no disgrace. And came back this year not exactly on the top of her game, has burned a little money for people, so we'll see if Asmussen has her cranked. But I'm going to go with Nickname simply because of a price here. I think Lightstream is going to get way, way over bet, something like 2-5, and I don't think you can take her in this quality of field, even though there's only 5 horses. And strange things happen in 5-horse races. So I'm going to take Nickname, Castellano, Asmussen, and the back class having a Grade 1 in our resume.
Yeah, I'm kind of fishing in the same pond in terms of trying to beat Lightstream because she'll take so much money off just one race. I'm going to try Kinsley Kisses. She's got 2 races as opposed to 1 for Lightstream, and there's going to be a little value there on a Pletcher horse, and the Pletcher stable started to heat up in the last week. So I'm going to go Kinsley Kisses. And then Lightstream, the other one I thought was a little intriguing, just off what looks like a really strong work pattern, is Our Girl's a Charmer, and the Cassie Barn's been doing really well. So Kinsley Kisses is my pick, and then I like Lightstream and Our Girl's a Charmer as well. And I'm tempted by Nickname because of the back class. I'm gonna bypass that one to keep my pick 4 ticket a little more affordable. I'm going to start it in the 6th. Well, it'll start in the 6th race. I'm going to start it with Maidens. It's a race in which I'm not real high on the horses that have started, so I'm looking closely at one of these first-time starters to win this. My pick is Top of the Game from the Cassie Barn because their stable's been doing really well. But Divine Desire for Larry Jones shows a really sharp workout. Refinance, Ben Colebrook, I remember interviewing him back at the start of the meet, and he said he had some nice maidens, so I think this one's worth including. And then Player's Luck for Brian Lynch I'm also going to include in there. So 8, 10, 6, 9. And then in the second leg, Welcome Speech is my pick, but I also like Jellicle Ball and Mio Me, so 7, 2, and 9 there. The 3 I mentioned in the Beaumont. In the last leg, I like Spitesland, the 7. Had a wide trip last time out, now goes second off the layoff, but Can't Help Believin' and Taglebe, the 3 and the 4, I'll also use. So 4 by 3 by 3 by 3. Couldn't really find one to single on. How about you?
Yeah, I couldn't find a single either here. I looked at the first race, and I'm like you. The horses that have run are not that impressive, but they ran well enough that they might take a step up. So I went 5 deep in the first leg with Conquest Nitro for Cassie, the 2, the 7 Showbound for Steve Asmussen. Both those have had lots of experience. They're 0 for 4 and 0 for 6, but they've been competitive, and you have to throw them in there just thinking they might take a step forward. Top of the Game, the one you mentioned for Cassie, first-time starter, the 8, Player's Luck, the 9 for Brian Lynch, and Divine Desire, outside first-time starters. Not the greatest bet in the world in a 6-furlong race, but you got to throw something in here because you don't want to get out in the first leg. So I'm going to go 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take a stand on Jellicle Ball, the 2 for Graham Motion, having a nice little meet, and Welcome Speech for Michael Maker, the 7. So I'm going to go 2, 7 in the 7th, the turf race, really nice allowance race. I'll go 3 deep, 135, Lightstream, Kinsley Kisses, and Nickname in the 8th. So I've got $15 times ever how many horses you can afford in the last leg. So I'm gonna tell you that I think this last race is an allowance race that really has stakes race look to it. It's got a nice full field, and we're having a contest today, a $3,000 buy-in contest. Got 125 players, and this will decide who wins that contest. And I'm not going to give it to anybody, but I like Quality Bird in here. I think Ian Wilkes got some back class. Didn't run that great last time, but got a nice buyer. Got off step slow. Went off at 56-1 in the Canadian Turf Grade 3. Takes a major step down, and I like Quality Bird on top, but I also like Flashlight, the 10. To Glebe, the horse you mentioned for McLaughlin and Velasquez, the 4-horse. And I would also throw in probably Can't Help Believing, again, for Graham Motion. Can't leave him out. So I would use 3, 4, 8, 10. That would be a $60 ticket.
Best of luck with your Sunday wagers at Keeneland, and remember to keep your Keeneland Select accounts fully funded so you can take advantage of those opportunities when you can't get to the track. For Jim McGubbin, I'm John Leach. That's the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.